Hello, how are you feeling today? Good to know. Do you understand why you're here today? Correct, you're here for your citizenship interview. Since you submitted your application, has anything changed? Your job, your address, did you travel again? Okay, nothing changed, that's good. Can I see your permanent resident card, your passport, and your ID, please? Thank you. Now tell me, since when are you a permanent resident? Can you please provide me your full legal name? Would you like to change your name? Have you used a different name before? Can you please provide me with your date of birth? Where were you born? What is your height and your weight? What is the color of the chair you sit in? Are you currently employed? How do you support yourself? What's the name of the job that you have or the company you work at? How long have you been working there? Do you like working there? What's the name of your supervisor, if you have one? What is your current address? How long have you been living at this address? What was your previous address? How long did you live at your previous address? What was the reason you changed address? Have you traveled out of the United States in the last 5 years? How many times and to where did you travel? Okay, let's talk about the last trip that you took. Where did you travel to? When was the date that you depart? How many days were you out of the country? When was the date that you came back? What was the purpose of visiting that place? What family do you have there? When you travel, do you usually travel by yourself? How many days do you spend in total out of the United States? What is your marriage status? How many times have you been married? When did you got divorced? Is your spouse a U.S. citizen? Can you please provide me your spouse name? Do you have any children? Are either of your children U.S. citizens? Thank you. What is your relationship with your children? Name one U.S. territory. Name one U.S. territory. Puerto Rico. What did Susan B. Anthony do? What did Susan B. Anthony do? Fought for women's rights. Fought for women's rights. The House of Representatives has how many voting members? The House of Representatives has how many voting members? $435. 435 members. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. The Civil War. The Civil War. What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? Free the slaves. Free the slaves. What is the freedom of religion? What is the freedom of religion? You can practice any religion or not practice a religion. You can practice any religion or not practice a religion. Why did the colonists fight the British? Why did the colonists fight the British? Because high taxes. Because high taxes. What are two rights of everyone living in the United States? What are two rights of everyone living in the United States? Freedom of expression and freedom of speech. Freedom of expression and freedom of speech. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? The vice president. The vice president. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers. James Madison. James Madison. Please read the following sentence. What city was the first capital of the United States? What city was the first capital of the United States? Now please write the following sentence. New York City was the first capital. New York City was the first capital. New York City was the first capital. Please read the following sentence. Who can vote? Who can vote? Now please write the following sentence. United States citizens have the right to vote. United States citizens have the right to vote. United States citizens have the right to vote. Please read the following sentence. What is the capital of the United States? Now please write the following sentence. The capital of the United States is Washington, D.C. The capital of the United States is Washington, D.C. The capital of the United States is Washington, D.C. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen? Have you ever failed to file your taxes? In what year you said you did not pay your taxes? Since you become a permanent resident, have you ever not filed your taxes? Have you ever sell, provide weapons to any person or help another person sell, give, or provide weapons to any person? Do you understand what a weapon is? What is a weapon? Do you now have, or do you ever had, an inheritance title in order of nobility from any foreign country? Do you understand what a foreign country is? How about a inheritance title? Have you ever been confined into a mental institution? Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? What's your opinion on communism? Have you ever been a member of a totalitarian party? Have you ever been a member of a terrorist organization? What is a terrorist organization? Have you ever persecuted anyone because of race, religion, national origin, political opinion? Have you ever advocated the overthrow of any government by force or violence? Have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Do you understand what voting is? Can you please explain to me what voting is? Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? What is the Constitution? Have you ever received any type of military, paramilitary, or weapons training? Can you please provide me your full legal name? Do you want to legally change your name? Have you used a different name before? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? Have you ever been involved in genocide? Do you understand what genocide is? Have you ever been involved in torture? Killing or trying to kill someone? Badly hurting or trying to hurt a person on purpose? Have you ever been involved in not letting someone practice his or her religion? Do you understand what a religion is? Can you please explain to me what a religion is? Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer for any reason? Have you ever been in prison or jail? What is a prison or jail? Have you ever been arrested? Have you ever attempted to commit or assisted in committing a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? Have you ever been deported from the United States? Have you ever been placed in deportation proceedings? Have you ever been a habitual drunkard? What is a habitual drunkard? Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combat services in the U.S. Armed Forces? Can you please give me an example, a way that you can support or help the U.S. Armed Forces in a non-combat service? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian directions? Okay, thank you. Can you please review all the information is correct? If everything is correct, sign and print. Congratulations, I will recommend your interview as approved.